Hi, this is Brian Macias, Chief Marketing Officer with MyInsuranceExpert.com. We recently had the opportunity to catch up with funeral director David Techner. It turns out that his experience is far more rooted with the family of the deceased than the deceased.
You always have too much until you need it. And so, as you pay premiums, you say to yourself, boy, do I really need this? Do I really need this? We all have the attitude that we're indestructible and it can never happen to us. And the truth of the matter is, it does happen to us. You live long enough, you're going to have to bury friends. You're going to have to bury relatives. And I don't think you can ever be too prepared. If you check the statistics with the National Funeral Directors Association, I think you'll find that services of the funeral home and staff, along with a casket and maybe a vault, is in the mid $7,000 range. Now, $7,000 for somebody that has many hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of life insurance may not seem like a lot of money. $7,000 is a lot of money to somebody that doesn't have it.
So David, you've been on both sides of the coin, where you've probably dealt with families who are grieving who did have some life insurance in place, and on the other side of the coin, some families who didn't have the life insurance in place.
I have literally sat with people and I'm looking at them saying, let's talk about how you're going to get your kids through school. Let's talk about how you're going to manage to send them to college. And I don't want you looking back and saying, why did I just spend $12,000 when I could have spent $8,000 or any of those kinds of numbers? And so, it doesn't do me as a funeral director any good to sell a funeral or to have a funeral purchase that a family can't afford. When I was 38 years old, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had life insurance at the time. I believe I didn't have enough. Once you're diagnosed with cancer, it's very difficult to get that policy that you're looking for. Now that you've been scared and you say, boy, I wasn't really prepared. Now I really want to go buy it. Go try to buy it. It's very difficult. I have, been able to purchase life insurance, but at a premium. Had I bought it earlier, I never would have had that problem. A memorable funeral is really the tribute to the individual. It's not in the box. It's not in the products that are purchased, but it's in the life that was lived and the tribute that was given. And that's what people remember about a funeral. If somebody says, oh, I remember so-and-so's funeral, nobody walks up to me and says, boy, that was a magnificent mahogany box that he was buried in. It just doesn't. That's not what people remember about funerals. My good friend Tom Lynch, who's a poet and a lecturer and a funeral director from Milford, has the best line ever. When it comes to death, we're still batting 100%. It's going to happen to all of us. Well, what's my wife and my job? As young parents, to protect our kids. And now it's to protect our kids and grandchildren. And who knows what's later. And hopefully, somewhere down the road, all of my life insurance will expire, but I won't. The good news is you never had to use it. So what? So what? You got to live, you got to see grandchildren, maybe great-grandchildren, and your life insurance policy, expired. So, who cares?
Good for you. That's a win.
It's a win-win.